Good morning, Devils fans. It is Christmas holiday weekend as we are ready to bring in that holiday cheer, and we are set to cheer on our Devils tonight. Oof, yeah, not going to do those again. We take the Detroit Red Wings on tonight at 7 p.m., and it should be a pretty good one. Detroit, I'm expecting, is going to want to come in and kind of lock in their defense a little bit as they had a 5-goal lead against the Philadelphia Flyers, choked that out, ended up going down by 1 goal late in the third, came back and then won in, I believe it was the shootout. Patty Kane has had quite a large resurgence, especially as of late after a fairly slow start in his return. He's kind of turned on the heater jets. I think he's got 9 points in his last 8 games. Alex DeBrincat is still doing quite well, 7 points in his last 6. Sider, I think, has 3 or 4, so on and so forth. But after those, main 3, it's kind of a bit of a drop off. So those are the guys we're going to want to keep an eye out on tonight, if that wasn't already obvious enough as is. Now, a lot of that production has come on the power play for them, so I did dive into the stats there a little bit. So far in the month of December, their power play does rank towards the top of the league. I think it is in the top 10 as far as generating chances, but actual pucks going in net has been more middling. But they are quite deadly. It's more so just the finishing factor, but between Kane and DeBrincat, they do find the back of the net decently enough. Now, on the opposite side of that is our penalty kill. I know we've been pretty hard on that for most of this year, but again, digging into the numbers for the month of December, we're actually really good. As far as scoring chances against, we're top 5 in the league. As far as actual shots against, we're number 6 in the league. As far as actual goals against, and these are all per 60 in the month of December, we're top 5 as well. We're top 3 for high danger chances against per 60. So basically, you bring that all in total, we're really not giving up a lot. Whether it's just any type of scoring chance, high danger chances, actual shots, actual goals, we're doing quite well. So if we can keep that momentum going, that December has laid bare here for us, should be looking pretty decent. Our power play, kind of similar, but better than Detroit. We've had lots of scoring chances, lots of not actual production, but deadly looks. But outside of a couple instances, we have not actually had the scoring touch, finding the back of the net as much as we did to start the year, but has still been a fairly formidable power play. And the fact that our top unit is so deadly and that our second unit can also score is a big factor in that. Now, the actual 5-on-5 play, not too much has changed for Detroit in that area. They are still a below 50% team across the board. They actually basically hit rock bottom about a week or so ago, and have been a bit more on the uptrend since. But 5-on-5, they're still not that scary of a team. So it's an area we should be able to take advantage in. The pivotal piece for both teams here is going to be the goaltending. Who do we see in net? Who do they see in net? Because, well, 2 of their main guys are injured in Lyon and Husso. Reimer just got absolutely lit up in his past 2 games, but I believe the original intention was for him to also play tonight. Do they have a call-up to get a guy in? Because, I mean, he gave up a ton of goals there, just there versus the Flyers in a very short span. We know what that's like here on this end with Vitek and Akira. Personally, I think I would just go Schmid. Vitek, to me, in that last game was swimming on every play. Yeah, I know it's the Oilers, but man, again, you can't be facing this way or this way or this way when you're the goaltender. And outside of very, very specific circumstances, and none of those chances were those. So I'd like to see Akira. Yeah, he gave up those 2 early goals in the game, but the second one, I'll put a little blame on him. The first one, not at all. And I just think he is much more positionally sound and just kind of doesn't give you the EBGBs while watching him. So he would be my go-to, but knowing how our coaching staff tends to lean, it would not surprise me if it is Vitek. Detroit kind of stomped us the last outing with that 4-0. They just scored, I think it was, 3 goals in like a minute 30 seconds. Kind of just had that happen against the Oilers as well. So I could actually see this one being a bit lower scoring than you would expect. The Devils are going to want to anchor down on their defense, given what we just went through and given how the last game versus Detroit went. Detroit gave up a 5-goal lead. Yes, they ended up winning the game in the shootout, but they still gave up a 5-goal lead. So they're probably going to want to hunker down on their defense, especially given the goaltending situation. So it would not surprise me if it is a more low-scoring game, given that fact that the coaching staffs on both sides are going to want to hammer that point in. So the fact that I'm saying that is going to mean Both power plays are going to light it up. There's going to be shorthanded goals, 5-on-5. There's going to be 3 each, some crazy stuff like that. We also know maybe Patty Kane has a bit of a chip on his shoulder, given how the playoffs, we were the ones that kicked him out, went. So I could see him putting in that extra little speed and effort. And Jack Hughes is going to step it up against his idol. Any interview, anything with Jack, he wants to play Patty Kane. He wants to be in the line of Patty Kane. He wants to play against Patty Kane. He loves Patty Kane, bases his game off him, and all that stuff. So should be a really good one. Would love to see a big step up from Jack. Again, considering how the past couple games have gone for him and all that. So, actually going to do it. I would love to see Timo Meier keep the momentum rolling. If you watched my reaction to the last Oilers, to the Oilers game, he really created that entire goal of his all on his own, breaking the puck away from McDavid, winning a stick battle in the neutral ice, and then getting to the front of the net for a basically 2-on-1 stick battle to hit it into the net. So, if he can get rolling, Nico and Bratt find their scoring touch again, even though they've been very strong as of late. We're a little bit quieter in the last one. Again, you get the big guys rolling, we can make up for the defensive and goaltending woes. So go ahead and call it there. Kind of touched on all the different aspects, who to look out for on Detroit, who we need big games from us. It's pretty the standard stuff. So Christmas Eve tomorrow, give a little video there reacting to this game, and then we'll see what the mood is like heading into the holidays. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, as always, and forever. Let's go down.